Hi everyone. Today I would like to read a new poem. It's called "The Red Rose Blessing." The Red Rose's Blessing. It hurts to bloom at first. My name is Corinne Reynolds. I'm a college graduate who achieved her dream of being an artist. My parents, Catherine and Raymond, are educators in God's own right. They taught me how to draw in pastels, and I did so in faith. I love God, but it was one person who almost taught me not to love. Not at all. Back in my junior year of high school, I was under the cedar tree, reading a C.S. Lewis book, when I caught the eye of another junior with short, brownish, Dawson Leary-esque hair, a black leather jacket, and brown baggy jeans. His name was Stephen. Stephen was a decent person. He went to sit down next to me. We shook hands. We introduced ourselves, and I was friendly towards Stephen. I liked Stephen, well, at first. We were talking about what to do after high school when a statement happened. So, Stephen, what do you want to do after you graduate from high school? I asked. Sleeping with you? Stephen wasn't hesitant to answer. I was shocked, but I maintained my cool. I meant what to do afterwards, like a job or a career. I want to sleep with you, not to get a job or a career. And you forget about them because you're mine. I'm sorry, but are you asking me to be your girlfriend? Because I'm confused. You should be. Stop being pure and start being like other girls, because God doesn't exist while I'm standing. Stephen was not decent. He was too good to be true. And when I went to my fourth period class, English, I thought what Stephen said was a joke as I brushed off the statement and stayed focused on class. The class was good. Nothing bad happened. But at lunch, I got an unknown text that said, "Stop worshiping God and sleep with me." It was Stephen who appeared with a red rose. I was very scared of him. "Hi, Stephen," I said nervously. "Don't hi, Stephen me," Stephen dilingly responded. "Why haven't you called me back?" "I didn't call you back because I don't know you well. I'm sorry, but I can't sleep with you or anyone. I'm not here to ask you out. I want sex." "I don't. But if I'm going to be your girlfriend, we should take it slow." I handle it, but Stephen hasn't. Stephen charged into the top of the table and began shouting in anger about me. "Attention! Corinne's a Bible-thumping freak. Don't date her because she's a villain," Stephen shouted. My life was ruined the second the entire school laughed at me. Well, almost the entire school. There was this one boy who wasn't laughing at me. "Hey, why don't you leave Corinne alone? She doesn't even talk about like that," the boy said to Stephen. Stephen didn't respond to the boy. Instead, he came at me and slapped me in the face. Everyone but the boy still laughed. "Are you okay?" the boy said to me. "Yeah," I said. "I'm sorry that this happened to you. Don't let him intimidate you. Just keep praying." I was relieved for a while. That boy was kind, but Stephen wasn't. I wanted to talk to my parents, but I couldn't, knowing that they'll laugh at me as well. I was a laughingstock. But I was a laughingstock who doesn't want to give up on my faith. As I went to bed, I felt heavy from the harassment I endured from Stephen. I fell asleep in hopes that the night will pass. The next day was calm, but when my mother dropped me off to school, I quickly went to the girls' room to pray. I prayed for a minute, hoping Stephen would never find me. Stephen never did, but at my first period of class, I was terrified that Stephen had sat in front of the class. I stood my ground and went to the back, only for Stephen to grab my butt. It was scary. The entire class looked at me with disgust, while I looked down with fear. It was awful. As I walked to the next class, Stephen was following me. It was not normal. I kept walking and walking, but Stephen wouldn't leave me alone. Stephen was obsessed. I've had enough. "Leave me alone, Stephen," I said. "No," Stephen said. "Stephen, please. No, say you want to have sex with me." "No, Stephen. Say you don't believe in God." "No, Stephen. Say you slept with guys and want me." I said no. I never had sex in my life. But I don't want to abandon my faith in God for you. Stephen never believed in God, and he was not as friendly as I assumed. You really are a villain, Corinne, Stephen insulted me. I'm not a villain, Stephen. Why are you obsessed with me? I don't know you well, but I will forgive you. I can't be your girlfriend after all, but I will forgive you. God forgives you. Forgive this! Stephen shouted as he prepared to hit me again, but his hand was held back by someone. It was the same boy I met from lunch. I told you to leave Corinne alone, the boy said to Stephen. I knew you could stay evil. Stephen still insulted me. I'm not evil, I said. Don't call her evil again, the boy said. She's the nicest and most bravest person I've ever met. She believes in God, and she will never sell him out for you. She wouldn't mean that. Yes, I do, I said. I don't want to sleep with you. Enjoy your junior year, Stephen said as he left. The boy turned to me and said, Are you okay, Corinne? Yeah, I said. What's your name? Jacob. I go to your church every Sunday and Wednesday. Thank you, Jacob. You're welcome, Jacob said as he walked with me to the next class. Jacob is a Christian like me. He saved me. Stephen is not. He was exposed for the abuser he is. After being haunted by the abuse, I decided to talk to the school counselor, then my parents. Nobody laughed at me. They prayed with me. It turned out I'm not the first girl Stephen had harassed. He made terrible acts towards other girls. He was not only expelled, he was also convicted and was sent behind bars. 17 years later, I went to my showcase with my piece, a single red rose. A reminder of how my past was ruined by sexual assault and how I healed with God. I learned that I don't want to let my terrible experience darken my faith. As for Jacob, he became the love of my life because of my one true love, God.
Very good.